Hey, this is Diana, RainbowMoonHealing here. I'm making a video response to Raven Night Song on if you had no tools, how would you, practice your rituals or whatever. And not being Wiccan, I can't speak from a Wiccan point of view, but I can speak from a point of view of the Reiki Master Teacher. And in some essence, the tools are very important for a teaching purpose. However, not for a practitioner purpose. Okay? To practice, what I would need to do is I would set my intention. This is what needs to be done. I would go into a meditative space, and in that meditative space, I would, in my inner self, my husband just walked in, I would, in my mind, in my inner mind, I would do all the actions that I needed to do in order to do whatever kind of healing I'm going to do. If I need crystals, I would have them what I call etherically in my hand, which they're not physically there, but their energy is there. Or any kind of smudging material, or any kind of anything else that I need. Instead of having the actual tools, I would have them etherically, which works very well because it is the healer's intention to, and in Reiki we're basically a facilitator. It's, we're the channel by which the energy flows, that I would be able to practice that wherever I'm at, whether I have tools or not. As far as, now there are actual tools that I do have, like I said, I've always said I'm not Wiccan, but I do Wiccan-like things. Okay, and I have a wand that I've made for the archangels that I use to assist when I do certain things. I have crystals. I have, of course, sage, and my notes are actually a tool as well. That and my mind, which is sometimes here, sometimes not, sometimes present. The notes are basically, they are a tool. The symbols that we use in Reiki are tools by which we can do things. I don't need a wand to draw those tools, to draw those symbols. I don't even need my hand. I do so because it's stuff, it's stuff I do, but I don't need it. I can draw it with my mind. I can draw the symbols with my mind. So I like candles as well. You see, I can't. He's apparently focused on absolutely nothing. And I think, what are you looking at, a bug? What's going on? Anyway, so I like candles as well. So even if I don't have a candle burning, okay, I will set that area up in my head or in my meditation, my space of meditation within my own mind. Okay, not the actual physical room, but within my own mind. I'll place my candles. As far as not at, okay, I'll say it in a minute. Atmosphere. I don't need it for that. This is something that I can practice when I'm about to go to sleep. I can close my eyes. Okay, the candles. It's all visualization, creative visualization. And if you don't know how to draw it, to actually create it, to draw it, you have that picture in your mind, you can put it there. Let's see what else. Your mind is very powerful. Just our thoughts are powerful. What we say, what we do, what we feel, what we put out in our auras, what we that energy that we hold is important. And when you are going to do a ritualistic type of thing, whether it's calling in corners or calling in the 4 archangels and 4 directions, or whatever it is you're going to do, okay, the very first thing is your intent. You don't need tools. If you're casting spells, then okay, you may need tools. I don't know. Like I said before, I'm not Wiccan, although I like Wiccan things. But at the same time, I'm going to repeat that until I'm, convinced myself that I'm not Wiccan. I'm not really. Not that it's a bad thing, it's not. What aggravates me, oh my God, is these people that say, oh, you're Wiccan, so therefore you're that's the oven timer. So you're going to hell because you're practicing Satanism and witchcraft, and it's like, look into the history of Wiccans, will you? It's an earth-based energy. It's an earth-based practice, from my understanding. Okay? It has nothing to do with the devil. Just because there's a star involved, okay, doesn't mean you worship Satan. Which, incidentally, just so you know this, Satan is the Lucifer, okay, who is God's bringer of light. Okay? Lucifer, in my opinion, is God's dark side. Do all the controversy, do all the kind of crap you want, that's my opinion. God is the light, Lucifer is the darkness, although his name means bringer of light. If you cannot see dark, if you cannot be in darkness or have not seen darkness or know what the darkness is, then, and I realize I'm completely off the subject, and I know Rita's going, what are you doing? For you to know what the dark is you can't know what the light is without knowing what the dark is. See, it took me like, what, a good 50 seconds to say that? So, yeah, he may be the evil twin, so to speak, but, he's the one that makes you recognize the light. Anyway, getting back to tools, or the use of no tools. For what I do for Reiki, healing energy, I don't need that. The tools anyway. It's nice to have them. They're little perks. You want to set yourself up some kind of ritualistic type of thing, okay, fine. But if you were in a room alone, no doors, no windows, well, first of all, how are you going to get in the window? But how are you going to get in the room? But okay, it's not my point. You don't have access to anything. Nothing. No lights, no no form of light, no, you know, no wands, no cauldrons, no nothing. Do your physical being actually have to do these things? Or what about your inner self and your soul? Couldn't you go into a meditative state and do all those things in that meditative state? Yes, you can. Music would be difficult in that space, but not impossible. Again, if you are able to hold all of that, those different types of energies.